Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be breaking down and reviewing Joe Burrow's new record-setting, NFL history-breaking contract for a quarterback or any player in NFL history. This dude just got a whopping 5-year, $275 million. Now, I know for any of you who are probably seeing this video and saying, man, you're a little bit late on the contract. I know. The reason why? Because they took forever to release the actual, statistics of the interior of the contract. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to break down the contract, how it kind of works for the team, kind of debate on what this contract was supposed to be and how it ended up turning out to be. But we're going to get right into this, so if you're going to enjoy, make sure you do drop a like. And without further ado, let's get into it. You can see the contract here on screen. It's got everything here from their base salary to the signing bonuses, the roster bonuses, the cap hits, etc. If you want to go ahead and check out the whole entire contract for yourself, it's on this website called Spot Track. I'll put the link down in the description at one of the very first links down there. You can go click that, take you right over here to this contract. You can kind of check it out for yourself if you don't want to watch. Let's go ahead and get right into this. As we know, 5-year, $275 million. It's the most money ever given to a contract or ever given to a quarterback in NFL history. It says here it includes a $40 million signing bonus, $219.01 million guaranteed. And then guaranteed at signing, he gets $146 million. Now, when it comes to this contract, it looks like they kind of backloaded the contract. For those of you who do not know what that means, basically they're going to do a lot of restructuring in the front of the contract. They're going to just send a lot of the money to the end of the contract. More or less for Joe Burrow's case, it seems like they're trying to construct this contract into a sense of they know he's going to be here even after these 5 years of this contract. Let's send the cap way into the future for those last 2 years, and then when we get there, we go ahead and re-sign you again to another contract, extend these large cap hits into the next couple years into the future. Because then no matter what, Burrow's getting all the money in the world. The Bengals can then release some cap hit later on in life. They don't got to worry about it now. When it gets a little tricky, they can then just send it even further into the future, keep Burrow around longer, if you get what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and go over the contract notes. See right here, $146.5 million guaranteed signing, like I said. He's got a couple of bonuses in here. He got the option bonuses in here. I'm not exactly sure if that's more for the team bonus or a player bonus, for if it's kind of like if the team wants to spend that money, because I have heard a lot within the Bengals reporters. They've been saying they're trying to make this contract to where he gets as much money as possible, but the Bengals get a little bit of relief, because the whole point of this contract when we first started talking about it was, how are they going to sign back their receivers after this contract is signed? I mean, T. Higgins looks like he could be easily getting upwards of $20+ million a year. Jamar Chase is going to be getting anywhere from $25, $30+ million a year. And then who knows if they're going to bring back Tyler Boyd. Let's go ahead and move down here. If every time he wins an AFC title game, he gets $500,000 extra. A Super Bowl win gets about $1.25 million. This right here is pretty typical for mainly a lot of these bigger contracts. I believe Justin Herbert got the same exact thing, and Mahomes has the same exact thing in his. Except Mahomes, he has the MVP bonus. Burrow didn't get an MVP bonus, which kind of surprises me, because Burrow looks like he could win an MVP this year. Now, a couple of things with this contract that I do want to talk about. I could have sworn there was a time where the Bengals were saying they weren't going to give him a big contract. They were going to save the money. They were going to try and help be able to sign back all these players. And I also remember a time where people were bashing the Browns for giving Deshaun Watson his basically a fully guaranteed contract, but giving him $230+ million. But yet now we have the Bengals giving Joe Burrow a contract of $275 million with close to $220 million guaranteed. He got maybe $10 million less guaranteed money than Watson got. But yet Watson got roasted for taking that money. Now here's my question. Is it the fully guaranteed part? Like if Watson got, say, a 4-year, $160 million contract and it was still fully guaranteed, would the Browns still be getting roasted for that? I want to kind of bring up a couple of things as a Browns fan, kind of bashing what just happened here with this contract. Like I said with the Deshaun Watson contract, everybody bashed the Browns for giving him a whole bunch of money, didn't think he deserved it. Well, last time I checked, that was whenever it was a $46 million a year contract. Now, with how these contracts have been going up, Burrow is now being paid close to $56 million. Kind of bringing it back over here, I think the Bengals, they were smart to give him this type of contract. It was a good thing for them because they, like I said, they get the big time money for Burrow. I honestly thought with how all the talk of doing a team friendly deal, they were going to do something more in the park of maybe probably the 5-year deal. but probably along the lines of what Josh Allen got. Remember him? His was a 6-year, $258 million contract. He got around $43 million a year, but it was more of a team-friendly deal. They kind of pushed the cap hits later on down the road. They have some void years, ways to kind of extend the caps, help out the team, but Josh Allen is still ultimately getting his money. I thought the Bengals were going to go down more that route. It seems like the Bengals just basically said, fuck it, Burrow, here you go. Now, what does this mean for the Bengals re-signing players? I don't keep up with the Bengals players that much when it comes to like their guys that maybe have 1 or 2 years left in their contract, but I do keep up with the guys like the Jamar Chases and the T. Higgins. That T. Higgins, he's looking for a contract right now. He, I believe, ultimately said that he's going to just say screw it with the contract. I'm going to play this year out, and then at the end of the year, I'm going to ask for a contract. If I don't get it, I'm testing free agency. Jamar Chase, he's in the boat of he's still got another year left until he got to basically play through this year, and then he can start asking for his contract. But when that happens, the Bengals better be ready, and they better already go ahead and just kind of figure out what Justin Jefferson is going to get, and then Jamar's going to want just about another $1 million more than that. Because now that you're looking at these contracts, the cap hit, for those you don't know, it goes up a little bit by little bit every single year. But as the rate we're going at, maybe it gets up around $250 million across the team's cap hit in about 2 years. That means you're going to have a Joe Burrow looking at a maybe, I don't know, $50 to $60 million cap hit. You're going to have Jamar Chase probably up there around 20. And then if you sign back Higgins, that's another $15 million. You have, I believe, Orlando Brown. You got close to $100 million right there in 4 players. How are you going to build a team? And you're going to want to say just restructure the contracts, do what every other team does. You can only do that so much until you get to the back end of the contract, and then you're in cap hell. Now, overall, do I think the Bengals are going to succeed still, even with the big-ass contract? They'll probably still succeed. I'm making this video after the Browns just butt-whooped the Bengals on national television, and clearly, there's a lot of people on Twitter saying the Bengals gave Burrow $275 million for that. I don't know about you, but Burrow better fix his shit, or else there's going to be some people in the front office of the Cincinnati Bengals saying, we gave you all that money for you to play no better than Jamarcus Russell. Take a joke, take a joke. It was a joke. But other than that, that's all I got to discuss for today's video. Like I said, this contract could either bite them in the ass, or it could be a big time steal for the Bengals and Joe Burrow going forward. I kind of thought with the whole way how they were talking about Joe Burrow being the generational type player, him being a franchise leader for the Cincinnati Bengals, basically pulling them out of the ash, getting them to the Super Bowl, an AFC title game last year, all this stuff going on. I kind of thought they were going to give him a contract along the lines of like Patrick Mahomes. When they talked about team-friendly deal but still giving Burrow the money, I thought they were going to do something along the lines of like a 10-year, $500 million even. It's about $50 million a year right there. You can go $50 million a year. You're a little bit under the highest paid. You're still getting quite a bit of money. Keep that guaranteed money maybe up around like the 200. Do the $220 million if you wanted to. If you want to go higher, go up to $240 million fully guaranteed. You could do that still. But overall, great contract for Joe Burrow. For the Bengals, I don't know. But I'm going to stop rambling. As always, if you wanted to enjoy today's video, make sure you do go ahead and drop a like. I think the Bengals will be fine, ultimately. Could this contract come back to bite them in the ass? Like I said, it could. But if you have a different opinion on anything that I did say in this video, if you think it's going to be a good contract, bad contract, good for the Bengals, good for Burrow, bad for either party, let me know in the comment section what you think about the whole contract and how you think it's all going to play out. For those of you who do watch my videos, I've kind of checked out. Most of you aren't watching my videos all the way through. So if you stayed all the way to the end of this video, comment cheeseburger if you stayed the whole way through this video. If you're brand new to the channel and you want to go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button to stay up to date with all the content that I do post here, and make sure you hit that little notification bell so you're notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.